Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today I am planning to make Borussia Dortmund 2 better than Borussia Dortmund and even the champions of Germany. So the very first thing I did as soon as I got into the club was set my tactical vision. Now I set my tactical vision as gegenpressing because it seems that gegenpressing seems to work very well in this new FC24 game. So it works pretty well. I found my coaches. There was kind of a lot to choose from, but most of them were kind of shit, I can't lie. So I did end up picking my coaches, and I think they're all going to be okay for this first season. Next, I went on to select my formation. I selected a 4-3-2-1 formation, opting for a cam instead of 3 centre midfielders, as it seems to work pretty well in other games that I've done on FC24. I went on to change and mess around with my squad just to see what I thought would work good, and soon after this I went into the transfer hub to start getting some players. So first of all I looked at my scout report and I thought this is kind of rubbish, so I thought maybe I'd check some players that I knew might be pretty good, and I'd also just see if I could find any good players. So now I went on to look at the objectives and to look at what I should sign and who I should sign. So at this point I found my first player. I signed him, centre midfielder Lucas Belval. He costed me in the ballpark of about 950k, but I did swap one of my players for him, as being a team in the third Liga of German football, and I only had €1 million to spend on player transfers, which is rubbish, absolutely rubbish. So it was very hard to find players, but eventually I did find some, and this man was the first person I brought into my club, and he's a youth prospect, and he was a pretty good price, to be honest, at least I think. And he's going to go in my midfield. I think he's going to start in my midfield because my midfield is absolutely rubbish. Anyway, let's see who I sign next. So yes, that is right, I've signed a new player. He's a right winger, Mudu something from BK Haken for €710,000. I'm really sorry that I cannot pronounce that name. Anyway, he's 60 rated and he goes directly onto my team because we don't actually have a right winger, and I know that we have a left winger that could go in that position, but I'd rather have him there because, again, youth prospect, and I think he's got a high potential, but we will find out. Now I joined the European International Cup as my pre-season tournament because I knew I desperately needed cash. As you can see, I was, kind of dabbling in the transfer market and looking at what I could do, and I was rejecting most offers because if I was to sell players from my club, I only had 28 players, and I knew I needed to send some of my players on loans. At this point, I went to renew all my players' contracts because I can't really afford to lose any of these players because I only have 28 players, and I need to send the especially young ones and the low-rated ones on loans because it just would have gone terribly wrong for my club if I didn't, to be honest. And now I will be playing the season with probably not enough players in my squad, but I think I'll be fine because I don't plan to get promotion right away, but I want to stay kind of high on the league table. So my plan is to get a high finish, maybe 8th, 10th, but we will see what happens, we don't know, but anything could happen. So now it's almost deadline day, and I'm going to show you my squad so far and pretty much all the changes I've made. So this guy, we already had him on loan. We sent this guy on loan to QPR, this guy on loan to Spezia, keep going, this guy on loan to, I have no clue, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, this one on loan at Dusseldorf, and our goalkeeper on loan at Barnsley. So I think that's pretty good. We haven't reduced players, but with loans I think we'll do pretty good. I did try to send some of my other players on loan, but it kind of didn't go well. Now all of a sudden I realised that apparently my left back had just disappeared from my club, so I had to scramble and sign this guy called Sebastian Borza. Now this meant that I did really have not enough players on my squad, probably, and I have a lot of attackers but not many backs or full backs and I have very little midfielders. so I had to scramble to sign Sebastian Borza and another midfielder. In the end, I put together a list of different midfielders who I thought would be good, and the only midfielder I could possibly sign was Mustafa Tariq on a free agent. Now, he's a Qatar national, he's about 63 rated, and I think he will do quite good. He's also an international player, so, you know, that's pretty good, I think. Now, this is what we did. This is our transfers in and out of the club and our loans, which I think they were okay, but I don't think we're gonna get as high as I wanted to go for this season. But I think we'll do pretty good. So at this point, I started simming, and you will see where we ended up and what happened next. Now, if you look at the top left of my screen, you'll see that my manager rating is kind of low. Like, it's not in a good place. And I'll show you why in a minute or two, but let's just say we haven't done as good as I wanted to, and we're already halfway through the season. So as you can see, I'm looking at my youth academy now. I decided to get rid of a few players because I don't think they'll do too good. And I also decided to promote our right wing back and our centre forwards to the first team, as we needed more. I just thought we might need more players, and a centre forward, we can put him in Cam, and our right wing back can of course go in right or left back. So I think what I did was a good idea, and I plan to send them on loan next season anyway. And of course, our right wing back, his potential is 79, whereas our centre forward's potential is 87. So they're good high potential players, and they already have an overall that is pretty much first team quality for us. So I decided, of course, send them first team. You know, what could go wrong? So I'm just going to show you our squad hub so far. As you can see, morale is awful. It is absolutely awful. Now, it's not because our training plan was bad. We actually had like pretty good form. Our energy levels were high and our sharpness was good, so I don't really understand why our morale was that low. But yeah, things were just not going that well. At this point, I was looking at objectives to see what I could do, if there was anything I could do, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it just ended up looking as if I can't do anything. Basically, I'm just gonna have to play some of these games, and of course, because I'm simming this because I want it to be a little bit more realistic, I decided I'm going to play them in semi-pro, not on like beginner or amateur. That kind of be cheating. But as you can see, we're in 15th place. And if you look, we have quite a lot of losses. 9 losses, 5 wins, and 4 draws. So this is when I decided I need to get our wins up. And especially since we required at least 7 home wins, and we only have 2 home wins. So that means the majority of our home games have been losses and draws, which is really not good. Right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. First time making FC24 content, or FIFA content in general. If you want to see more, hit like, hit subscribe, hit whatever the hell you want to. I'm sorry about this shitty Roblox clip, I don't know why I've put this out. I've got nothing to put on the end of the video, but thank you for watching and goodbye.